everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Raquel. What's up, what's good, what's happening? It is Foundation Friday, Foundation Friday, Foundation Friday, Foundation Friday. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Before we get into this review and 2-day wear test, please make sure you subscribe down below, and don't forget to click the bell while you're at it so that you can be notified when I upload my videos. Today's 2-day wear test and final review is on the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. Yes, about this bad boy. I've been using this non-stop and I have a lot to say, so let's get started. So in my 2-day wear test, you're gonna see 2 different ways that I applied my foundation. I'm going to show you right now. Here we go. Hello everyone, this is day number 1. It is 7:19 a.m. I need to hurry and get to work. I wanted to show you how my face looks before I apply any makeup. And as you can see, your girl is breaking out. Like, I don't know what's going on. The side of my face, down my chin, it is just creatures everywhere. So today for day number 1, I did not put a primer on. I just want to go in with the foundation, and this is a comparison. No foundation with foundation, a huge difference, but you can still see that my blemishes are still kind of peeking through. I mean, if I'm being real picky with it, it's still really good coverage. Like, dang, it covered up everything, but you can still see my blemishes a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and apply this Ultra Oil Control Powder. And once I finish my makeup, it is going to be 7:32 a.m. So pretty early, pretty quick, get ready with me. Super easy, but this is how my makeup is looking, and I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright you guys, so I'm home from work. So it is currently 5:50, if you can see. So it's 5:50. I've had my makeup on for about 10.5 hours, and this is how I'm looking. My eyelids have creased completely. I am super oily. I still do not like the way this foundation is laid on my skin, but like I said, I'm going to keep playing with it. I do not like the way I feel right now. I'm about to take this makeup off right now. Sometimes I can come home after wearing makeup and leave it on, like it won't bother me, but I've kind of been hot and sweating because I live in Texas, and you know, sometimes cold and at the morning time, and then it gets hot, so I've been sweating, so I think that's made it even worse. But the makeup is still pretty much in place. It's only broken up like a little bit, like little bitty separations, not really big, other than my eyelids where it just definitely has creased up. But I don't like the way it looks, you guys. I'm not digging it. I don't know. We will keep this going, but this was day 1, and I'll see y'all in the next day. Bye. Alright you guys, today is number 2 to the wear test, and the 2 primers that I use today is from Makeup Revolution. This is a baking oil, hydrate and prep for flawless makeup application. So I did also use this No Problem primer from Touch and Soul. I put this one on first, and then I put this one on, and then applied the foundation with a sponge. I also set my face with the translucent air sponge, but I only set what did I just say? This is not air spun. This is Laura Mercier. Morgan's on the phone in my ear right now, and I heard her just start laughing. It is 8:18 right here on the phone. What did I say? I said 8:18. You guys, it's 11:18. What? 11:18, you guys. 11:18. But this is what my makeup looks like right now. Let me get closer. So you guys, I'm still not digging the way this foundation looks on top of my skin. I just, I'm not digging it. From a distance and in pictures and stuff, it looks pretty nice. But when I actually can see my face in person, I do not like the way it looks. I was hoping that maybe since I used the oil, it would apply better to my skin. But, Nerp, it did not. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm just checking in real quick. It is now 7:45. Yeah, it is now 7:45 and it's almost been 9 hours. Yeah, it's almost been 9 hours and this is how I'm looking. I do feel really oily, but my makeup is still looking pretty good. It's still in place. I just look very oily, but everything is still in place. I was trying to look at myself to see if it's broken up anywhere, and it really hasn't broken up in much places except for my nose. Ooh, my eyeshadow is creasing. My eyeshadow does not look good anymore. Look, ooh, that's bad. But this is about the foundation. So I'm going to show you a close-up. In some places, like on my acne, it's like dried up and is crusty. It looks really bad, like on this one pimple right here. It looks really bad. And then on the right here, the corners of my mouth, it's crusted up. But the only place it really looks bad is really my nose. I feel like that's the only place it kind of broke up on. And you can tell like the coverage is starting to fade. So this is how my makeup looks. So almost 9 hours and not too bad. It's not doing too bad. I don't like the way it feels on my face. I will say that. I don't like the way it feels. I'm going to go ahead and touch up real quick. Just get the brush and like pat. And let's see what that does. If that helps. So I think it made somewhat of a difference. I still look shiny, but you can definitely tell a difference. Can you? Like this side just looks real shiny and oily. This one looks a little bit more smooth now and less shiny. So let me do it for this side and see what happens. So yeah, it's faded a little bit, but it's still in place. I just don't like the way it looks, you guys. I don't know. But I'll be back later. I'm going to wear it even longer because we're going to go over to my cousins. They just moved to a new apartment, so I'm going to go see them real quick and see my little babies. And then I'll be back for the last check-in. Oh, man. Oh, oops, just dropped something on the floor. All right, you guys, I'm back home and I look a mess. I know, buns up, I look crazy, but it is 12:11 a.m. you guys. Holy schmoly. I have had this makeup on for basically 13 hours and I was looking at it, but I just do not like the way this foundation looks on my skin, you guys. I don't like the way it wears. I don't like the way my concealer looks on top of the foundation. It just looks very dry, and the way, like, I don't know, it doesn't, I guess. Oh, and I used the Morphe concealer today and I just don't like the way that looked either. I'm not digging this foundation. So in some places it does look kind of drying. I know that it's just, my makeup just basically has vanished. You can't really see my blush, my highlighter, my bronzer. At least to me, I feel like you can't really see it. At this point with a 2-day wear test, I really do not like this foundation, you guys. I just don't. The foundation looks like it's still there. It's just faded a little bit. So I can see how they say it's long lasting. It is long lasting, but I just do not like the way it looks on top of my skin. So I'll see y'all later. I think the next part will be my review. If I figure out how to make this foundation work and look good on my skin, then of course I'll share that with you. But I'll see y'all later. All right. It is review time, you guys. So right off the bat, let me just let you know I'm returning this bad boy. She's going back to Ulta, and so is the concealer because they done did me so dirty, okay? I do not like this foundation. I don't like the concealer. I'm fed up, okay? I've tried so many different ways to make this foundation work for me, and it's not happening. But first of all, this comes in 60 shades. That is amazing. That's a lot of shades. It's a lot. and this is $18, so it is kind of pricey. That's basically $20 right there, so it's not cheap, okay? So I don't even know where to start. Let me start off with telling you why I don't like this foundation, for me in particular. So just to let you know about my skin, I have oily skin, as you can tell, shine bright like a diamond. Oily skin, have big pores, I have textured skin, and I do have acne, so I have a little bit of dry spots as well where my acne is. So this foundation does not look good on my skin at all. I've tried so many ways. I've tried different primers, I've tried oils, I've tried mattifying primers, I've tried luminous primers, I've tried no primers. I've tried it all, and it still does not look good on my skin. It doesn't sink into my skin. It just looks like it's laying there. You can see it, and I don't like it. And I feel like the camera wasn't really picking up everything that I saw in person, but it was so gross. It's so gross, like especially my nose area. Oh, I know my nose and my foundations, they be getting into it. They fighting. They don't like each other. They really don't like each other. This foundation will not, it just does, ooh, it looks horrible. And there's been so many times where I've had to take my foundation off and reapply it because it dries so fast, you guys. This literally just dries up. It is so mattifying. It's crazy. Like, you would think I would love a mattifying primer, foundation, because I have oily skin, but not to the point where it just looks crusted and busted in a whole bunch of different ways. Like, it just looks gross. I want my skin to look beautiful. I want it to look flawless. I want the foundation to sink in, and this is just not doing none of that for me. None of it. Like I said, I've tried it with so many different foundations. I've tried it with so many different powders, and nothing worked. I will say the best I've ever had it look on my skin is when, so I've even tried it with different sponges, different brushes, and no, but there are some pointers that I have figured out. So with this foundation, the less you use, the better it'll look, because it just gets cakey looking and drying looking really fast. It's just not good. But the best I ever had it applied to my face was actually just wash my face, exfoliate it really good. Like, I feel like you have to exfoliate every time you want to use this foundation because it's going to cling on to any dryness you have on your face. Well, for me, it clinged on to everything that was dry. Even when I felt like my face wasn't dry at all, it made me look dry, especially like my forehead area. And oh my gosh. So the other day, I kept trying. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on it. I don't want to give up on it yet. So I kept using. I've been using this foundation for like over a month and a half. Probably 2 months now. Like, it's been a long time, and I just really dislike this foundation. I'm returning it. But the best I've ever had it look was I washed my entire face, I exfoliated my face, I moisturized really good, and I tried to put just a little bit. I wet this sponge real good, got it real soaking, and this is like a micro sponge that Morgan got me. Holla holla to you, girl. That's the bestie. But she bought me this. I didn't put any primer on, and I applied it the other day with this and just did a little bit at a time, and I worked in sections, and that's probably the best my foundation ever looked with the Morphe. But I still just did not. I feel like you have to do too much. A little too much for this foundation to look good, and I'm not about that life. I don't have time for all that, okay? If I don't want to exfoliate, I shouldn't have to just to wear a certain foundation, you know what I'm saying? $18. $18. So that is why this foundation and me have to go our separate ways. And I'm so happy it's the end of this road, so that way I don't have to use it anymore, because I used it every single day. Every time I was doing my makeup for 100 days of makeup, I was wearing this foundation. And I tried, you guys, different primers, different oils, different sprays, different sponges, different brushes, and nope. Nope. So the good things about this foundation is that I do see how people say it's long lasting. I've had it on my skin for a really long time when I did my wear test, and it does last. It doesn't break off too much, like it doesn't get splotchy, but it does fade. I don't think it is super full coverage. It's a really nice coverage, but I did have blemishes and I felt like you could still see my blemishes, but I didn't want to build it up because I didn't even like how one layer was looking, so there was no way I was going to put a second layer of that foundation on there. It just was not going to happen. So I like the coverage. I like how long lasting it is. I still got super oily both days. It did not control my oils for that long. I felt like my makeup, like when I put concealer on top of this foundation, it would make my concealer look horrible. Like the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, that's like my favorite concealer right now, and it looked cracky. It looked really dry on top of this foundation. So no, I don't know. It's just not a foundation for me. If this is a foundation for you, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad that it was worth $18 for you, and I'm proud that it works for you. But I'm proud that it works for you. What? That didn't even make sense. So yeah, if it worked for you, amazing. It didn't work for me. These are my thoughts of how I tried, and when I tell you I tried to make this work, I really tried. I did my best, and it's just too much. It's too much for me, and I'm taking it back, and they better take it back. Oh, another thing I don't like is that it's in a squeezy tube. At first I didn't even think anything of it. Oh, it's a squeezy tube, blah blah blah. I didn't think nothing of it. But look, I forget sometimes to put this dang on lid back on here. So when well, I guess I'll come back because all of that out there is being too much. I guess they're mowing the lawn. I don't know what they're doing outside. But I didn't think much of it for a squeezy tube, but I would forget sometimes to put the lid back on here, you know? This little part right here is gonna get crusted and dried up. So there's been times where I leave it here, come back the next day to do my makeup, and this part right here is like closed because it dried up, and I'm trying to squeeze it, and then a whole bunch of it will just squirt out. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. That's real great. Guys, that was all of my thoughts. That was my review. That's all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful, and I hope I was as detailed as possible. I'm really trying to work on being as detailed at explaining things. I want to make it so clear and relatable so you can connect and learn from this video, but I am moving on to the next foundation. I don't know which one I should try. If you have a recommendation for me, please leave it down below in the comments. Thank you guys for the support. Oh my god, I forgot to mention this earlier, but we reached 400 subscribers. Holy shiz. Holy shiz. Like, what? 400 subscribers. That is so freaking insane to me that people are still subscribing to my channel. I really hope you guys enjoy my content. I'm trying not to get emotional. People are probably like, girl, calm down. It's 400 subscribers, but still, that's 400 subscribers. 400 people subscribe to my channel. That is mind-blowing. But thank you guys for your support. Thank you. It means the world to me. And I do want to invite you to follow me on Instagram. I'm doing 100 days of makeup. Please check me out down below. Come check your girl out below on my description, or in the description I will leave a link for my for my Instagram. Oh my gosh. I'm too excited to talk right now. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and don't forget to click the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload my videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, weekend, night. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. Remember, be awesome, stay awesome, all day, day. Peace up, A-Town, down to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground. Peace out, homies. Don't forget to subscribe. Why am I saying that so weird? Don't forget to oh my god, what is happening? That Morphe is going all out. Why did y'all do this morning when nobody was home? But no, when I want to sit down and film, y'all want to be going all crazy outside right when I sit down and film.